Italian football our channel, my friends. Today I want to make predictions. Match day 31 games of EPL. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. Thank you so much. Let's start with Everton Arsenal game. Everton is going to be at home, and Everton is playing so good at home. They got so many draws at home, my dear friends. And Everton stayed draw against West Ham 1-1 at home before they remained draw against 2-2 Manchester United at home. Everton team stayed draw against Brentford 1-1 in away game. Arsenal team is on the second spot. They are stronger and better team than Everton. But Arsenal lost against 1-0 West Ham at home. They won versus 1-0 Chelsea in last match at home. Arsenal stayed draw against Nottingham Forest 0-0 in away game. Again they remained draw against Manchester United 1-1 in the last away game. They got two successive draws in the last two away games. My dear friends, again draw is probable in that game. I cannot deny that possibility, but just by 1 goal margin, I want to take a chance to Arsenal for victory. Everton 0, Arsenal 1 is my prediction for this game. Ipswich Town Wolverhampton. Ipswich Town is in so bad situation and they are in so hard relegation struggle, and likely they will play in championship next season. They are going down and down. Ipswich Town lost against 4-1 Tottenham at home. They lost against 1-0 Crystal Palace in away game. They lost against 4-2 Nottingham Forest in last match at home. Wolverhampton got two successive victories in away games. They won versus 2-1 Southampton in away game before they won against 1-0 Bournemouth in away game. My dear friends, they stayed draw against Everton 1-1 at home. This is gonna be so hard clash. Ipswich Town will force Wolverhampton considerably at home. But I feel in that way Wolverhampton will win over against Ipswich Town. I don't rely on this Ipswich Town team. Ipswich Town 1, Wolverhampton 2 is my prediction for this game. Crystal Palace Brighton. Crystal Palace is going to be at home. Crystal Palace is playing better in away games. They got back-to-back victories in away games, my dear friends. But they got two successive victories at home. They won versus 4-1 Aston Villa at home. They won against 1-0 Ipswich Town in last match at home. They won versus 2-0 Fulham in away game. Brighton team is going on so good, but they are playing better at home. They won versus 2-1 Bournemouth and Fulham in the recent two games at home. And before, my dear friends, this Brighton team stayed draw against 2-2 Manchester City in last away game. Brighton is strong and quality team. Crystal Palace is so dangerous team. I cannot put forward one side for victory. My prediction is going to be draw. Crystal Palace 1, Brighton 1. And West Ham United Bournemouth. Bournemouth got poor results as of lately, and they lost against 1-0 Wolverhampton at home. They lost against 2-1 Brentford at home. They stayed draw against 2-2 Tottenham in last away game before they lost against 2-1 Brighton in away game. And West Ham United is playing a little bit better at home, but sometimes they get good results in away games. But West Ham lost against 1-0 Newcastle at home before they won versus 2-0 Leicester City at home, my dear friends. And West Ham, my dear friends, before won versus 1-0 Arsenal in away game. This West Ham United team, they are so inconsistent team, my dear friends. Bournemouth is seeming a little bit closer to victory than West Ham, but my prediction is going to be draw for that game. Draw. West Ham United 1, Bournemouth 1. And Aston Villa Nottingham Forest off. Aston Villa is going to be at home. They won versus 2-1 Chelsea at home. Aston Villa won versus Brentford 1-0 in away game, but before they lost against 4-1 Crystal Palace in away game. And at the same time, Nottingham Forest is on the third spot. They are the most surprising team of the season, my dear friends. Nottingham Forest is playing better at home, my dear friends. They won versus 1-0 City at home. They stayed draw against 0-0 Arsenal at home. Forest lost against 4-3 Newcastle in away game. Again, they lost against 2-1 Fulham in away game, my dear friends. In my opinion, Aston Villa will make the advantage of playing at home. They will take all 3 points in this game. Aston Villa 2, Nottingham Forest 1 is my prediction for this game. Tottenham Southampton. Southampton is at the bottom of the point table. They are the poorest and weakest element of EPL this season. They lost against 2-1 Wolverhampton at home. They lost against 4-0 Chelsea in away game. They lost against 3-1 Liverpool in away game. Tottenham got so bad results this season. This season is not the Tottenham's season, but they lost against 2-0 Fulham in last away game. They stayed draw against 2-2 Bournemouth at home before they lost against 1-0 Manchester City at home, my dear friends. But my dear friends, Tottenham is stronger and better team than Southampton. This is time to win for Tottenham. Tottenham 3, Southampton 1 is my prediction for this game. Brentford, Chelsea. Brentford got so bad results at home as of lately. They are playing better in away games in the reverse of the beginning of the season. Now they are playing better in away games. They lost against 1-0 Aston Villa at home, my dear friends, and at the same time before they lost against 2-0 Tottenham at home, this Brentford team, and at the same time Brentford won versus Bournemouth 2-1 in last away game. Chelsea team, my dear friends, is playing better at home. They won versus 1-0 Leicester City at home. They won against 4-0 Southampton at home. But Chelsea lost against 1-0 Arsenal in last away game. Before they lost against 2-1 Aston Villa in away game. But I feel in that way, this time Chelsea won't lose this game. Maybe draw is possible, but just by 1 goal margin. I want to take a chance to Chelsea. Chelsea is on the 4th spot. They are playing for the first 4th spot. Brentford 1, Chelsea 2 is my prediction for this game. Fulham, Liverpool, Fulham is going to be at home, and Fulham is playing so good at home, and sometimes in away games. Fulham is good and decent team. They won versus 2-1 Forest at home. They won against 2-0 Tottenham in last match at home, my dear friends. Fulham at the same time lost against Brighton 2-1 in last away game. Liverpool team is at the top position. They will win surely EPL title this season, but they got some poor results as of lately, my dear friends. But nevertheless, they won versus 3-1 Southampton in last match at home, and at the same time this Liverpool team won versus before 2-0 Manchester City in away game, my dear friends. And Liverpool is stronger and better team than Fulham, but draw is possible in that game, my dear friends. Fulham is so dangerous team, but just by 1 goal margin. Nevertheless, I want to take a chance to Liverpool for victory. Fulham 0, Liverpool 1 is my prediction for this game. Manchester United, Manchester City off. Manchester United won versus 3-2 Ipswich Town at home. They stayed draw against 1-1 Arsenal in last match at home. They won versus 3-0 Leicester City in last away game. Manchester United is playing in better way as of lately, my dear friends. They are going to be at home, but Manchester City is playing for the first 4th spot. They are on the 5th spot as I remember, but they stayed draw against 2-2 Brighton in last match at home. They lost against 1-0 Nottingham Forest in away game. Before they won versus 1-0 Tottenham in away game. Again, draw is probability in that game. Draw is possible in that match, but I think that Manchester City won't lose this game just by 1 goal margin. I feel in that way. I want to take a chance to Manchester City for victory. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 2 is my prediction for this game. Leicester City, Newcastle United. Leicester City is going to be at home. They will play in Championship next season for sure. They lost against 4-0 Brentford at home. They lost against 3-0 Manchester United in last match at home. They lost against 1-0 Chelsea in last away game. Newcastle United is stronger and better team than Leicester City. Newcastle won versus 1-0 West Ham in last away game. Before they won against 4-3 Nottingham Forest at home, but they lost against 2-0 Liverpool in away game. I want to take a chance to Newcastle for victory, my dear friends. Leicester City 0, Newcastle 2 is my prediction for this game. All my predictions like this. Match day 31 games of EPL. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. You may write your comments down below. Please click the like button, it makes me so glad. See you on my next videos, my dear friends. Bye!